Good afternoon. In last session, I'm discussing about shape test for aggregate. So basically, our aim is to determine the flakiness index, elongation index, and angularity number of the aggregate. So basically, apparatus required for our shape test for aggregate is first our weighing balance. Next is our thickness gauge. So thickness gauge is required for the measurement of elongation index. So basically, this is your thickness gauge. Here, I think thickness gauge is written. So basically, this is your thickness gauge. So this is your thickness gauge. Here on thickness gauge, you all see a marking is given 63 to 50, 50 to 40, 40 to 30, 1.5, then 25 to 20, then 20 to 16, then 16 to 12.5, then 12.5 to 10. Also, here you will see 31.5 to 25 slot is also given. Here 10 to 6.3 slot is also given. So basically, this is the length gauge. This is also our length gauge. So this is the length gauge which is used to find the flakiness index of our aggregate. So we see how we find flakiness index of our aggregate. So this is your length gauge. So basically this is our length gauge, and this length gauge here, if you observe, this is also our length gauge. So this is also our length gauge. Here length gauge is written. So this is also our length gauge. In this length gauge also, here you see 50 mm, 40 mm mark is given. On top side 50 mm marking and bottom side 40 mm marking is given. Here 40 mm to 31.5 mm marking is given. Here 25 to 20 mm marking is given. Next 20 to 16 and so from 60 to 12.5. Here 16 to 12.5. Here 12.5 to 10, and also here 10 to 6.5 3 mm marking is given. So let's see here. Here also 50 to 40, 40 to 31.5, 25 to 20, 20 to 16, 16 to 12.5, 12.5 to 10, and 10 to 6.3 mm marking is given for our length gauge. And also for thickness gauge, different slot opening is given. Basically, this gauge is used to find our this thickness gauge. So basically, this gauge is used to find our the flakiness index of our aggregate, and this is our length gauge. This length gauge is used to find the elongation index of our aggregate. So first, what we see. So basically, first we required our aggregate. So basically, this is our aggregate. First, we collect the aggregate from this and put in our this mold. Now put the aggregate. Here you see there is one shape of aggregate. This is one shape of aggregate. This is another shape of aggregate. This is another shape of aggregate. This is another shape of aggregate. And next, I try to find a rounded aggregate. Basically, if you observe, so I think pure rounded aggregate is basically this is your rounded aggregate. So we have shape of aggregate. One is rounded aggregate. So we separate this aggregate. Another is your angular aggregate. This is your angular aggregate. Another is your elongated aggregate. This aggregate is your elongated aggregate. Next one of aggregate is flaky aggregate. That means this type of aggregate. Basically, this type of aggregate is your flaky aggregate. So this is your flaky aggregate. This is your rounded aggregate. This is your rounded aggregate. It looks like rounded, but it is not actually rounded. So this is your rounded aggregate. This is your flaky aggregate. Next one is your angular. Basically, this is your angular aggregate. This is your angular aggregate, and this is your flaky aggregate, elongated aggregate. So this is elongated aggregate. This is your angular aggregate. This is your rounded aggregate, and this is your flaky aggregate. So we have four shapes of aggregate. We separate out all the four shapes. So angular aggregate is 5. On top we have 63 mm sieve, 63 mm sieve. Here 63 is written. So basically this is our 63 mm sieve. On bottom we have 50 mm sieve. Next we have, I think, 40 mm sieve. Here 40 mm sieve is written. Here 31.5 mm sieve. Here 25 mm sieve. And next 20 mm. Below 20 mm 60 mm. Below 60 mm 12.5 mm. Below 12.5 mm we have 6.3 mm. So just put here 10 mm is come. So here 10 mm sieve, and below 6.3 mm sieve is plus. So basically these are the arrangement of our sieve. So on top we have 63 mm sieve. On bottom here starting from 63 mm, then 50 mm, then 40 mm, then 31.5 mm, then we have 25 mm, then 20 mm, then 16 mm, then 12.5 mm, here 12.5 mm, then 10 mm, and then 6.3 mm sieve is kept. So basically on top we have our sieve, which opening is 63 mm. So basically this is the opening of our sieve. So we just arrange our sieve. So here just we arrange our sieve in descending order. So on top we have 63, then 50, then 40. So this is the arrangement of our sieve in descending order. Then what we do, we just take the sample of our aggregate, and here a smaller size of aggregate is present. So first this aggregate we put in our sieve. So basically here if we take our aggregate sample and then put in sieve, then allow this sieve. Basically this is a small size sieve, a small size aggregate. So if we take aggregate whose size is also greater than 63 mm, so basically those aggregate will retain on our. So these are the aggregate which also pass through our this opening. So basically here on 63 mm, no any aggregate is retained. Basically this all aggregate will pass through this opening. So basically we take the size of aggregate which is more than the 63 mm. Then that type of aggregate, or then that aggregate will retain on our 63 mm sieve. So what we do, we first arrange our sieve on descending order. Top sieve is size of opening 63 mm, then we use 50 mm sieve, then we use 40, then we use 31.5, then we use 25, then we use 20, then 60, then 12.5, then 10, and then last 6.3 mm sieve is used. So basically here point is mentioned that below 6.3 mm sieve, no any sieve is used. So basically shape test of aggregate is used for the size of aggregate which is greater than 6.3 mm. If aggregate whose size is 6.3 mm, less than 6.3 mm, then that type of aggregate is not used for the shape test of aggregate. So basically first we collect the aggregate in this sample and put in our this sieve shaping arrangement. So basically we shake this sieve. Basically we shake this sieve for 5 to 10 minutes. After shaking 5 to 10 minutes, some of the aggregates will retain on the fraction. That means if we remove this 63 mm, then we see how much of fraction of aggregate will retain on 50 mm sieve. Then we remove this 50 mm sieve, then we see how much of fraction will retain on 40 mm sieve. So basically Then we remove this 40 mm sieve. These aggregates are very small, so very less amount of aggregate will retain on our sieve. So basically, we also remove this sieve 31.5 mm size sieve. Then we remove 25 mm size sieve. Then we remove this sieve, whose size is I think uh, but 20 mm. So basically, we collect this sieve, because on this sieve, on 16 mm sieve, some of the aggregate is written. So basically, we take that sieve where more number of aggregate will retain. So from here we take our this sieve, which is 12.5 mm sieve. So basically, from this sieve, we see some of the particle will retain on our this sieve. So basically, we bait this aggregate. So after baiting, we first we bait this sieve aggregate which is written on this sieve. So after wetting, we collect 200 number of pieces from this retained sieve. So basically, we collect 200 pieces of this aggregate. We count the aggregate one by one. So basically, we count 200 number of aggregate and separate out all the aggregate. So basically, we start from one aggregate, two aggregate, three aggregate, then 4 aggregate, 5 aggregate, 6 aggregate, 7 aggregate, 8 aggregate. We count 200 number of aggregate and we separate out all the aggregates from this. So basically, we collect 200 number of aggregate. So then we come here, we put our 200 number of aggregate here. So basically, we put our all the aggregate which is 200 in number. So basically, I just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 aggregate to show you how we calculate, I think, flakiness index and elongation index. So basically, these are the 8 aggregates, and these all 8 aggregates will retain on 12.5 mm sieve. So basically, we come here because here if you observe, 63 to 50 mm opening is here, 50 to 40 mm opening is here, 40 to 31.5 opening is here, 25 to 20 mm opening is here, 20 to 60 mm opening is here, then 60 to 12.5 opening is here, then 12.5 to 10 mm opening is there. So basically, these aggregates will passing through 16 mm and retain on 12.5 mm. So we just select that slot where the aggregate is written. So basically, the aggregate is written on 12.5 mm and also passing from 16 mm, because if you see here, we collect the aggregate which will be written on 12.5 mm. We collect aggregate from this sample. So basically, before this sample, here our 60 mm, here our 60 mm sieve is present. So basically, what we do, we collect the sample, we collect a few more aggregate. So just wait, I collect, I think 8 is there, so I collect 7 aggregate. So this will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically, these are our 15 aggregates. So we collect our 15 aggregates for a sample, but actually we take 200 number of aggregate during our testing. So basically, these are our 15 aggregates. So we select that slot where our this aggregate is passing and where our this aggregate is written. So this is 16 to 12.5 mm slot. So basically, we collect, just wait. So basically what we do, we collect these aggregates from our sieve, which is passing through 16 mm and return on 12.5 mm. So these are our 15 aggregate for a sample to show you all how our thickness gauge work or how we calculate flakiness index. So just here we take this slot, the opening here you all see here 60 to 50 slots. That means the the size of this opening, if you carefully observe, then the size of this opening is also mentioned because this thickness gauge is used to find the flakiness index. So basically the flakiness index of aggregate is the percentage by weight of particle in it whose least dimension, that means least dimension is always thickness for a aggregate. Because if you observe this aggregate, this is the length part, this is the length part, this is the breadth part, this is the breadth part, and the thickness part is this. So basically this is also thickness part, this is our angular aggregate. So basically on every side the thickness is varying. So generally the least dimension for aggregate is thickness. So basically thickness gauge is used to find the flakiness index of aggregate. So the flakiness index of aggregate is the percentage by beta particle in it whose least dimension is less than 0.6 times of their mean dimension. So basically here the mean dimension is 63 to 50. Here the mean dimension is 50 to 40. Here the mean dimension is 40 to 31.5. Here the mean dimension is 25. Here the mean dimension is 20 to 60. Here the mean dimension is 16 to 12.5. Here the mean dimension is 12.5 to 10. So So basically, if you see here, we find the thickness of this slot also. So how we find? We take we take a page, right? We take a page. So here we see our slot size is like this. So basically, this is our slot size. This is 63 to 50 opening. So basically here 63 to 50 is written. That means here the aggregate which is retained, which is passing from 63 and retained on 50 is taken. Now next point is what is the size of this slot or what is the size of this opening. So basically the size and the opening size is given as, this is our thickness gauge, this is our thickness gauge, because if you see this is our thickness gauge. Just wait. This is our thickness gauge. So thickness gauge is used to find thickness gauge. This TC is used to find, check the flakiness index. Flakiness index. So this flakiness index of aggregate is the percentage by weight of particle in it, by percentage of weight of particle in it whose least dimension is 0.6 times of its mean dimension. So what we do? Here we see mean dimension is 63 to 50 So just mean dimension 63 to 50 each. Here we take the mean, that means 63 plus 50 is divided by 2. Here least dimension is 0.6 times, so we just multiply with 0.6 times. So 0.6 into, here we get 113 by 2, so 0.6 into, think this will become 56.5. So if we multiply 56.5 with 0.6, so what we get? So basically 56.5 into 6, we get 33.9. So basically we get 33.90 mm. So the size of this slot, is 33.90 mm. So what is the size of this slot? So basically the size of this slot is 33.90 mm. So we find what is the width of our aggregate. If the aggregate is not passing through these slots, so basically this aggregate size is greater than, or the aggregate width is greater than 33.90 mm. Next is 50 to 40, next is 40 to 31.5. In similar manner, we find the size of opening. So for 50 to 40, so this is our another slot. So this is our another opening where 50 to 40 mm is written. So basically this will say that our aggregate is written on 50 and is passing from 50 and written on 40 mm. So how we find size? So for finding the size, we take 0.6 into what we take mean of which sieves. So here 0.6 into 45, I think 50 plus 40, 90 by 2 divided by 45. So here we get 40 into 6, I think 90 to 70, that means 27 mm. So basically the size of this opening, is 27 mm. In similar manner, we also find the size of this opening, that means 41 to 31.5, 25 to 20, 20 to 60. Here our aggregate chosen, here we choose our 15 aggregates. Here you choose, in real practice we choose 200 number of aggregates, but here as a sample I choose 15 aggregates. So these are the aggregates which is retained on 12.5 but passing on 16 mm. So what is the size of this slot? We easily find. So for finding the size of this slot, what we do, we just take, this is our 16 to 12.5. So what we do, we just multiply this value with the mean of this. So this is your 0.6 into 28.5 by 2. What we get? 14.25. If you multiply 14.25 with 0.6, I think you get approx 9 mm. So here I think 0.6 into 14.25, you get 28.5 by 2, 41.25 into 6. That means approx you get 9.9 mm. So basically, I think the size of this slot is approx 9 mm. So 13.003 mm. So this opening is 9 mm. That means this size is less than 1 centimeter. Here we get 33.90 mm. That means basically 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. That means here the slot opening is of 3 centimeter size. Here 2.7 centimeter. Here in similar manner they will decrease. Here our point of discussion is between 16 to 12.5. So here the size of slot is 0.9 centimeter. Then what we do, we check the slot thickness. Now what we do, we collect the aggregate, this aggregate from the sieve which is retained on 12.5 but passing on 16 mm sieve. So one by one we try the aggregate to pass from these slots. the slot only from 16 to 12.5 mm slot. We do not allow this aggregate to pass from 16 to 50 mm slot. We do not. Just wait. We do not try to pass this aggregate from 16 to 50 mm because this is the aggregate which is retained on 16 mm and passed on 12.5 mm. So basically we choose the slot where our sieve, that means where our aggregate will retain on the particular sieve. So this is 16 mm to 12.5 mm. So we just allow this aggregate to pass through this slot. So this aggregate do not pass through this aggregate in any orientation. So basically we separate out this aggregate. Here we separate out this aggregate. We choose next aggregate. This is the aggregate. We try to pass this aggregate. Here we see this aggregate will easily pass from the slot. So if you see, this aggregate is easily passed from the slot. Again I try. So if you observe, this aggregate will easily pass from the slot. So the aggregate which is passing through this slot is taken separately. So basically these are the aggregates which will be retained also on the slot, and these are the aggregates which is passing through the slot. So we separate out that aggregate which is passing through the slot. So now what we do, we take another aggregate. This is also not passing because here they do not pass. I try from another direction. I try another orientation. They do not pass. They do not pass. So this aggregate is separated. Now try this aggregate. This aggregate. This aggregate is not also not passing. Try from another orientation. No, this aggregate is also not passing. Separate out this aggregate. Try to this aggregate. This aggregate is also not passing. Basically we separate out this aggregate. In similar manner we choose 200 number of aggregates. Here as a sample we choose only 15 aggregates. So basically we choose 200 number of aggregates and try through this slot one by one, through this slot or the slot on which the aggregate is retained on particular sieve. If the aggregate is retained on 40, is retained on 31.5 mm sieve and passing from 40 mm sieve, then you choose these slots. Basically this slot is chosen when your aggregate is passing from 40 mm sieve and retained on 31.5 mm sieve. So you choose this slot and try to pass your aggregate from these slots one by one. So basically 200 number of aggregate will be passing through these slots. So those aggregate, here we take one or two aggregate which is just passing from aggregate. So we separate out these aggregate from 200 number of aggregates. So how much number of aggregate will passing through? So those number of aggregate which is passing through the, this thickness gauge is taken separately, and so basically this aggregate, I think among 15 aggregate, only 3 or 4 aggregate will passing through the slot. So basically these 4 aggregates will be taken back. So this is our W2, and W1 is the weight of aggregate which is retained on a particular sieve and passing from a particular fraction of sieve, which is taken for calculating our flakiness index. So I think these are the concept behind thickness gauge. What we do in thickness gauge, basically this thickness gauge is used to find the flakiness index of our aggregate. To finding flakiness index of our aggregate, we take these aggregates, Basically, first we check these aggregates, then allow these aggregates to passing through our sieve of size 63 mm, 50 mm, 40 mm, 31.5 mm, then 25 mm, then 20 mm, then 16 mm, then 12.5 mm, then 10 mm, then at last we put our 6.3 mm sieve. So now we start checking our sieve with sieve checker for 5 to 10 minutes. After 5 to 10 minutes of checking, we observe? We take the sieve, take separately the sieves where the aggregate is written and where the aggregate is passing. So one by one, we weight the aggregate which is written on a particular sieve and passing from a particular sieve. So here 63 to 50, 50 to 40, 40 to 31.5, 25 to 20, 20 to 16, 16 to 12.5, 12.5 to 10 mm. This particular opening of thickness gauge is given. So we separate out 200 number of aggregate from a particular fraction and try to pass one by one from these openings or from these slots. So those aggregate which is passing from the slot is taken out separately and then bit. This is our W2, and also we collect the sample or we collect the aggregate which is written on a particular sheet is our W1. So flakiness, we find how we find flakiness index. So basically we find flakiness index by flakiness index value we find as I think W2 for one fraction of sample, W2 for another fraction of sample, another fraction, F1, F2, then W2 for fraction 3, and then W1, that means bit which is uh, taken prior to the testing. So basically W1 F1 plus W2 F2 plus W3 F3. So we find our flakiness index value. So basically our code says do not greater than 50% flakiness index value is allowed for our root construction. So this is all about our flakiness index calculation, and this is all about our flakiness index. This is all about our flakiness index value. So this is all about our thickness gauge. Next one is our length gauge. So just wait. Here we remove this thickness gauge and take our length gauge. So basically this is our length gauge. Here we have also opening of 50 to 40, 40 to 31.5, 25 to 20, 20 to 16, then 16 to 12.5, then 12.5 to 10, then 10 to 6.3 mm slots of opening is given. So we take our aggregate, we take here also what we do for finding our elongation index. We generally use our this length gauge. So basically length gauge is used to find our elongation index. Now how we define elongation index? So basically elongation index of aggregate is the percentage by weight of particle in it, by percentage of weight of particle in it which greatest dimension is greater than 1.8 times their mean dimension. So if you carefully observe here also between here 50 and 40 is written. In between 50 to 40 we have certain size of opening is also given. Here also we have certain size of opening is also given. 40 to 31.5, 20 to 20, 25 to 20, 20 to 16, 16 to 12.5, then 12.5 to 10, then 10 to 6.3. So basically these are the different sizes of slots or sizes of slot opening is given for our length gauge also. So what is the size of this? What is the size of this opening? Also what is the size of this opening? Also what is the size of this opening? Also what is the size of this opening? We easily find. Or here if you see gradually from here to here, gradually from here to here, gradually from here to here, our size are decreases. So if you carefully observe, this is our length gauge. On length gauge here also our slots or opening is given, that is 50 to 40, then 40 to 31.5, 25 to 20. In between we have also the size of opening is also given. So how you find or how we find the size of this opening? So basically elongation index of aggregate is the percentage by weight of particle in it which greatest dimension, generally greatest dimension is length for an aggregate. So greatest dimension is greater than 1.8 times of their mean dimension. So if you observe, this is our mean dimension 50 to 40. So how we find our elongation index? So just wait. How we find our elongation index? This is one stand. This is another stand. in between this distance 50 and 40 is given. So basically this is our length gauge, and length gauge is used to find elongation index. So how we find this size? So this size is given by 1.8 into mean size. So mean size is 50 plus 40 divided by 2. So 1.8 into 45. So if we multiply 1.8 with 45, what we get? Just wait. We get 432, 6 to 45, 018. That means we get, just wait, 81. So here we get 81 mm. Here we get 81 mm opening. So here we have 81 mm size of opening. Here gradually the size of opening will get reduced. So how we find? We just take 50 plus 40. This is the mean. 50 plus 40 divided by 2. We get 90 by 2. That means 45. We get, then 45 is multiplied with 1.8. Then if 45 is multiplied with 1.8, we get 81 mm. Basically, elongation index, the definition of elongation index says the elongation index of aggregate is the percentage by weight of particle in it whose greatest dimension is generally length, is greater than 1.8 times their mean dimension. Basically, the elongation index is not applicable to size smaller than 6.3 mm, because if you carefully see, during sieving, we do not use the sieve size which is less than 6.3 mm. So on top we use 63 mm, on bottom we use 6.3 mm sieve. So what we do in this length gauge, we take this aggregate. We take this aggregate. This aggregate is the aggregate which is passing from 16 mm but retained on 12.5 mm sieve. So what we do, we just allow our aggregate to passing through these slots. So basically we allow these slots. So here, if you carefully see, this aggregate do not pass through our this aggregate. Here also in this orientation, we allow to pass through this opening. Here the aggregate is passing. Now try from this side. Here also our aggregate is passing here in this orientation. But if you see in this orientation, the aggregate do not pass. Only this orientation, this aggregate is pass. So basically this aggregate is passing from one orientation. So we take out this aggregate here. Now try from another aggregate. This aggregate is also written. This aggregate is also written. This aggregate is here. This aggregate is not passing through this slot. So we separate out this aggregate here. This aggregate is not passing from this slot. Now take this aggregate. This aggregate is not passing from this orientation, but if we change the orientation, this aggregate is easily passed. So basically what we do here, also we collect 200 number of sample and try one by one, and try those 200 number of aggregate one by one to passing through that particular slot. So if the aggregate is easily passed through the slot, we separate out that aggregate. Easily pass, we separate out that aggregate from this 200 number of aggregate. Separate out. Here also this aggregate is easily passing. Here we separate out this aggregate. Here we also separate out this aggregate. Here this aggregate is not passing, so we separate out this aggregate also. Here this aggregate is easily passing, we separate out. This aggregate is also find difficulty, so we separate out. So among 200 number of aggregates, we separate out those aggregates which is not passing through the length gauge. So if this aggregate is not passing through our slot, so we separate out this aggregate and bit these aggregates. This is our W2, and W1 is the bit of aggregates which is retained on a particular sieve. So here also we develop a formula. The formula is like this: elongation index value. So elongation index value is also W2 plus W2 plus W2 plus W2 by W1 plus W1 plus W1 plus W1. So what we do, W2 is for our fraction 1, W2 is this is for fraction 2, this W2 is fraction 3, this is for fraction 4, this W1 is for fraction 1, this is for fraction 2, this is for fraction 3, this is for fraction 4. So from this formula we find our elongation index value. So our code says elongation index value should not be more than 15% for our road construction. So here also if you see elongation index value is not greater than 15%. Here you already see flakiness in the index value is also not greater than 15%. Here also it is not greater than 50%. So if we mix both, so IRC suggests elongation index value and flakiness index value should not be greater than 30%. So basically this is all about our safe test of aggregate, how we find safe test of aggregate. So this is our manual. In manual it is already mentioned the aim to determine the flakiness index, to determine the flakiness index, elongation index and angularity number of aggregate apparatus required, balance to weight coarse aggregate with cylinder of 3 liter capacity, thickness gauge, length gauge, IS sieve. I already mentioned this type of IS sieve: 63, 50, 40 mm, 31.5 mm, 25 mm, 20, 16 mm, 12.5, 10 mm and 6.3 mm. Specification of the test I already mentioned. Index, flakiness index I already mentioned. The flakiness index of aggregate is the percentage by weight of aggregate or weight of particle in it, which least lateral dimension is 0.6 time of their mean dimension. Elongation index is also 1.8 time of their mean dimension. Angularity number is vary from 0 to 11. I already discussed. Procedure: first, the weight of each fraction of aggregate passing and returning on the specified set of sieve is noted. 200 pieces. Here also written 200 pieces of aggregate passing 63 mm sieve and return on 50 mm sieve will be W1 weight, W1 gram. Then we try to pass these aggregate from their corresponding opening. So basically here we all do these things during our experiments. So flakiness index value is W1 plus W2 plus W3 by W1 plus W2. Here just they use their another symbol. I use W2 for fraction 1, also W2 for fraction 2. So here they use a small W1, small W2 and another indication is capital W1, W2. It do not make a difference. So we prepare a table for flakiness index. First point is our serial number from different sieves. We give the serial number name, size of aggregate which is passing through 63 and return on 50. So we just put these aggregates. Here is the thickness gauge. Also I find the size of thickness gauge or slot of thickness gauge size 33 mm, 27 mm. How we find? We just multiply 0.6 with the mean. That means 63 plus 50 divided by 2 into 0.6, we get 33.90 mm. Weight of aggregate taken. So basically these are the fraction of aggregate which is present on our sieve, and this is the aggregate which is passing on thickness gauge. In same fashion or same manner, we make a table for elongation index and we find our elongation index of our aggregate. So basically this is all about our safe test of aggregate. So I think it is clear to everyone. So in next lab, or I think this is just wait. This is all about our safe test of aggregate. Select these aggregates and put these aggregates from here. We take because our test is completed or we finish our safe test. So we put our aggregate. So thank you everyone.